Welcome everyone into the Otago Vault Season 2 Recruitment Special, where hopefully we can improve this team from Season 1, where we had ups and downs along the way. It was a bit of a roller coaster last season. These are the 8 players that are currently retained in our squad at the moment. So, as you can see, we've got Kelly, Phillips, Sutherland. Those guys will get a few opportunities this season. Max Chew. Probably Max 2 will just be the backup keeper if anything else, because we have to sign a new keeper, obviously. Dean Foxcroft with a contract for the Black Caps. Don't know if that's a good or bad thing. He didn't perform really well for us last season. We'll actually go back to Foxcroft and show us statistics. That, to me, screams he needs a lot more time at this level before he gets considered for that. But anyhow, that saves me some money. Jacob Duffy, of course, is our senior man of the bowling attack. Angus McKenzie and Michael Ray. Michael Ray was okay in patches in the Plunket Shield, which is the 4-day competition. Should look at his last year form. 34 wickets at 35.82. Like, he's sort of a valuable man to have in the squad to bring in as the seamer. But we're probably going to have to rely on that a little bit. Let's see if we got any youth players, first and foremost. So we got a young 17-year-old, True Scott. Truscott. We'll go Truscott. Pretty much we'll just look at his form across all formats. He needs a wee bit of work on the 1-day form by the looks of it. 20 over form there. Do we take a chance on this lad? He's only 17. He can obviously bat a little bit too. We'll just look at his batting form. A few little handy scores there. Bowling form, 456, 3 for 39, 3 for 27. A couple of wee positive. Yeah, we'll give him a 3-year deal. Tell you what, he won't get much game time in the 3 years that he gets in his first contract. He'll be there to sort of work on his bowling technique. He'll be an aggressive... No, he'll sort of be a line and length bowler, I think, just based on him being a right-arm medium fast. Because he obviously won't gain too much speed. So, congratulations to Truscott from our Youth Academy program. We've managed to pick up a good signing there. Now, before we start, Mitchell McClenaghan did retire from cricket officially in this career mode, so we won't be having him back. Probably would not have re-signed him anyway. We need to move forward there. Rightio, so Neil Broome, 38 years of age. Probably got one more season in him. His first class form was okay when we brought him in for cover. I think we signed Neil Broome again just as a Plunket Shield specialist. We'll give him a 1-year deal. Offer him 27. I think that's not a bad deal. Lou Johnson, he looked okay in certain games. Like 150 and average of 35.12. High score of 68 in 5 first class games. Got some contributions here and there. He wasn't too bad. But I want to see actually what keepers are available before we may re-sign him again. Of course, Hamish Rutherford, his year last year was pretty good. Like, he was pretty reliable with the bat throughout. He was a bit average in the 20 over competition, but to be honest, I think Hamish Rutherford we give a 1-year deal to. Tom Bruce was a signing from last season. He had a very decent year for us in the first class and 20 over competitions. He had a few games for the Black Caps as well, but yeah, just contributions all over the board. We'll give Tom Bruce another 1-year deal. Henry Cooper is next up for contract renewal, and it's a pretty easy decision actually. Like, he was brilliant in getting 2 really big hundreds, and he got 500s in total and 550s. I think Henry Cooper will get a 2-year contract. Mitch Wedwick is next up on our list. Mitch Wedwick didn't have a very good year at all. So Mitch Wedwick has been moved on. Arnu Kitchen again, same age as Neil Broome. He didn't contribute too much with the ball. He had a couple games at first class cricket, 150 at average 48, 250s in 1-day cricket, average of 30. I'm going to move Arnu Kitchen on as well. We've got the veteran in Neil Broome in that team. Don't need another one. Gibson, he bowled okay in the 1-day comp, I felt, but he was a wee bit expensive. I'm going to move Jake Gibson on. Muller, he was one of the pick of the bowlers of last season. We want to see his stats. As you can see, 30 wickets, 34.97, 15 at 30.8, and 16 at 19.31. He was consistent all across the board. You have to go Travis Muller. I'll give him a 1-year deal. And we're going to have a bit of money to play with as well. Roman Reyes is not coming back into the team. He got better as the season wore on, but his stats for Otago, quite frankly, were average, apart from maybe his 20 over stuff, which is acceptable. But yeah, struggled to get any rhythm, and unfortunately we have to move him on. So that's the first round of signings, guys. We've got to make some improvements. Just looking at the squad, we need a really classy keeper. We need another all-rounder. We need to prop up the bowling somehow as well. We've got a lot of work to do in the recruitment process. Let's see how well we do. We'll come up next with 3 contract offers for potential players. This actually took a very long time to go through a lot of players and determine who we are going to sign. We need a very good quality all-rounder. We need a couple of bowlers, and we need a wicket-keeper batsman. Not a lot round, actually, to try and bolster and make this team a little bit better. But instantly, I saw this player here. Potentially could be a fantastic signing for us. Finn Allen. His first-class stats are not that great at the moment, but it's his 1 day and his 20 over stuff that has got him on the Black Caps' radar. I think this is a very good signing to get, and it gives us a very good quality keeper in place of like Renwick, Chu, and Johnson. So I think that's a good replacement for those guys. So hopefully Finn Allen does sign for the club, but he's getting county experience as well, and he has played in the IPL. So Finn Allen, definitely a guy I'm going to sign up. At 23 years of age, will only get a bit better too. We're going to give another developmental contract out to Trent Kitson. His stats are not brilliant, to say the least. He's only got 1 and 2 wicket bags. But as we look at his second 11 3-day form, 72 wickets at 19.76. We've got 40 wickets at 19.82. And we've got 24 wickets at 23.67. I'm hoping no one signs this guy here as well, Shane Williams, because he has got some good numbers as well. He's 21. He could be well worth a look at as well. So we are going to go with those 3 signings pretty much. We haven't showcased the overseas player yet that we are going to try and sign. It's only available for 80% of the season, but Mark Adair I thought would be a good, say, number 7 for us. He's played a lot of international cricket for Ireland as well. He's only 26, and he is a very good right fast medium bowler. So that would add a bit to our all-round stocks. So fingers crossed that these 3 players sign. He has signed Finn Allen, that is good. Mark Adair is very happy, and Kitson is very happy as well. So let's see what other players have been potentially signed. Martin Guptill to Central Districts. Okay, that's not a bad wee signing. Okay, Clem McClure. Look at all the Canterbury ones. Munro going to Canterbury. Okay. Jofra Archer being picked up. He's not available most of the season. That's not a very good pickup for them. Seeing if my player's been picked up. No, I don't think he has. So we'll go through another round of contracting, guys, and we'll be back with more signings. Okay, we have made an attempt to make 2 more signings. Still can't find a quality spin bowler, which does concern me. But we saw this guy's second 11 3-day, 1 day, and 20 over figures. He looked like he's got the goods. He got a 5 for 30 and a 4 for 16 and a 3 for 18 in a couple of different formats, which is quite good. He's been quite tidy there by the looks. The batting is, he's got a few handy little scores here and there, but yeah, just to showcase again, 140 wickets at 15.01, 71 wickets at 12.04, and 64 wickets at 11.45. He's worth a go for a signing. We needed a reserve overseas player, so I think Adair is going to be away for a while. I've gone for a bit of an unusual choice. Dion Hanrahan. Probably thinking, why on earth you're signing a 19-year-old from Australia that has had no experience at first-class 1 day or 20 over level? Well, look at those form books. So he's got 300s in all the formats. A couple of decent scores. There's a lot of failures in between, but I think this young lad, if he gets a chance, for us will be quite good. So he's the reserve overseas player, hence why that hasn't affected our budget. So we'll go to try and sign these players. We have got Williams and we have got Hanrahan So let's see what other people have signed across the board. Not too much there, obviously. Hopefully some more players appear up for us. We are working overtime to try and get a squad for this season. So we can offer for one more player. So hopefully we come back with a player. We'll come back with the budget all maxed out effectively. Your Otago squad for Season 2 of the career mode for the Otago Bolts. We, in the end, did not sign any more players. We opted to put a bit more budget into our physio program. We've increased the youth program by a little bit. We want to get higher quality youth players. We want to develop our own players through our systems. Hopefully we can develop a spinner or something by a miracle. Even if we get a few batsmen, it'll be quite good as well. So we'll introduce you to the team. Neil Broome. Pretty much Neil Broome will be sort of a mentor for some of the younger lads in the team. So the Phillips, Sutherland, Finn Allen, and Rahan. When he gets an opportunity, Max Chew. But expect Neil Broome to probably play 5 games of the season somewhere along the line. He'll fill in gaps. Kelly, big season for Kelly. He's been around the domestic block for a wee while now, and we're counting on him a wee bit this season to step up a little bit. Same with Dale Phillips. Dale Phillips has a lot of potential as well. Like, he's very early into his career. He's going to get some opportunities this season. The veteran Hamish Rutherford, big things from him this season. Really, we need him to step up because we haven't got much depth at opener, especially in the Plunket Shield. We might have to be opening up with Finn Allen, putting Chew in the team if we get an injury there. Fred Sutherland, I expect Fred's averages to drop a bit this season. But if he can have a similar season to last, he's just going to be a key pillar for the Otago Bolts going forward. Very good potential prospect. Good strike rates. Let's see if he can deliver it season 2. But even if he doesn't, just for his development purposes, if he can improve his offside preference, just get him time and with his batting technique to improve his overall game would be quite nice. So the veteran Tom Bruce had a very good season across all 3 formats last season. I felt he filled a role quite good there. Henry Cooper, very good signing from last season. Hopefully he can back that form up again. Obviously we talked about Finn Allen when we signed him, but just to showcase again, he's got heaps of potential. He will be playing in the Plunket Shield as our number 1 keeper, and he will be batting down the order, so he will hopefully develop there. But look for him to open in 1 day and 20 over and trying to get us off to a bit of a flyer, just with those incredible strike rates. Dan Hanrahan, we probably won't play too many games this season. The only time he'll play with Markadeer is away. We may give him a few opportunities to give Cooper and Rutherford a bit of a rest. That's hence why I've got him in. Max Chew, don't expect too much game time for Max Chew unless Finn Allen gets called up to the Black Caps or Finn Allen is injured. Foxcroft, I don't think we're going to get much out of him this season, just due to the fact that his availability is 43%. Hopefully he does well in the early stages of the Plunket Shield. He has to probably bowl with probably 5 to 6 overs, maybe even a bit more of off spin per day, just to give our main seam bowlers a rest. Markadeer, obviously I'm counting on him to strengthen up the batting a wee bit, as well as adding his valuable international experience with the ball. Jacob Duffy, leader of the attack pretty much. Angus McKenzie, Muller, Ray, 2 developmental contracts. So what I'm going to say about these developmental contracts, Truscott and Kitson will only play if there's injuries. We'll resort to our other options. I want these guys to develop over the next 3 years with their bowling techniques. We want to see their form slightly improve. We're going to showcase that throughout the next 3 seasons. So these guys are not going to get much time in the first squad. They'll only get in if injuries are covered. But yeah, I'd like to see improvements in their bowling form at least. And Williams. We saw the impressive stuff from Shane Williams. And I think Shane Williams will be a fine bowler for Otago. He is going to be in the first squad for the first Plunket Shield game. But hopefully you guys enjoyed an overview of the squad, the recruitment. What do you guys think? Do you reckon this team's going to improve on Season 1? I think we're going to be about the same. We've still got a lot of work to do. We've got to get eventually a spinner into this team. But for now, I'm happy with how we recruited. We've got a really good batting order now starting to develop. But good things take time, you know. And it is going to be a 3 or 4 5 year process till we see guys developing in our own systems, and then we start to dominate, hopefully, from that. So smash the like button, guys. You will join us from the third Plunkett Shield game, and it'll be very interesting to see we go up to then. But for now, we'll catch you later.